Hello, everybody. Today, hold up, hold up. I think this might capture my audio a little bit better. Big old country boy. Big old country boy. So, what do I want to talk about? We. What do I want to talk about? Face looks red. I don't know why my face is always red. One day, like a month ago, it wasn't red to my memory, but yeah, maybe I should put some products on my face. That might be what's needed. So, let's see what I want to talk about in therapy. Pretend like I'm talking to so and so because I'll take things more seriously because I don't want him to think I'm an idiot because of the life events that I've been through. So, usually I don't have a problem thinking of things to talk about, but today a little bit slow. Counter Strike. Counter Strike is a hard game. It's a fun game for like 30 minutes at a time. I might be able to play like one map, maybe two. It really depends like how fun it is. Sometimes like I shoot better than other days. I think I'm lagging because they want me to like work on a business idea, like streaming on Twitch or Kick or YouTube, or like making content because like I'm autistic and I need a source of income. I'm working. I want to work towards my first source of income, and eventually I want to have like 4 or 5 sources of income. So I'll feel like a badass. I'll feel really cool. I have multiple sources of income, even if it's like not that much money. But I hope I want it to be a lot of money. I hope it's a lot of money. I think it'd just be fun to manage like 5 different sources of income. So yeah. You know, I haven't picked up a book in a while, but I do have some books laying around that look interesting. Let's see, I have Phantom Terror, Genghis Khan, Quest for God, Nietzsche, Epic of the Soul, the Random House, Compact World Atlas. I have a book about Waco. Oh, it's on that stack of books. The Waco siege, right? David Koresh. Who started the fire? Was it Koresh? Was it the Popo? It was probably Koresh if I had to bet money on it, because he's basically a psychopath. Um, and he would have no problems, and he probably would love to kill everybody in a giant fire and kill himself because then like surrender and go to prison basically. And that's just the type of guy David Koresh was. He really only cared about himself, but he often acted like he pretended about other people just to like get resources and money and sex and food and housing. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not really obsessed about the guy, but it's a book about a real life psychopath, so I might read it. It's kind of bad. Like I read like the first 10 or 20 pages and I got really bored. So I might just end up skipping around trying to find anything like that will hold my attention. And you know, the thing about reading when you can't pay attention because it's boring is that somebody's never going to learn something. If they can't pay attention to what they're reading, they're never going to learn. So, yeah. That's why it's so much fun to study subjects I'm like really interested in. Like psychopaths, psychology. I'm not really convinced I would want to take psychology classes. I just feel drained, feel overwhelmed. I want to have like the best executive function ever. So I can like do intellectual tasks, right? I want to do more intellectual tasks. You know, I like working out, but I also want to do intellectual stuff, right? I'm not one dimensional. I can do as many things as possible, really. I can do a lot of different things. Yeah, face looks like really red, really bad. Smile is not straight. I called the dentist today, but they weren't open because it's November 20th, 2024, and the power was out. All the lights and power of businesses. Well, I don't know about all the businesses, but all the lights, stoplights were out along Lake City, which is Bothell Way, Northeast Bothell Way. I don't know. I'm still learning names of roads. Is it a bad thing I need my GPS to go anywhere? I mean, well, it is a GPS. It's navigation. I swear it take me forever to like learn where things are. But as you can see, how do I look in this hoodie? I don't look very muscular in this hoodie, but I'm not gonna wear tighter clothes because reality situation is I'm not very muscular. But you know, I'm never gonna stop trying. I'm never gonna stop trying, and that's that's the most I can do. That's the best I can do if I never stop trying. If I'm actively trying all the time, then like I would probably get results. Probably get really good results. So yeah, I realized the voice that I talk to in my head is a computer. So what does that mean? Computers, they don't understand sarcasm. They don't understand jokes. They don't understand comedy. They don't understand insults. It's like if it's like a some sort of computer program with like algorithms and AI. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I don't really need to say that. Somebody might think I know what I'm talking about, and I could fool them. So I don't want to say I don't know what I'm talking about. Because if someone's intelligent, they'll know I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to technology. So I don't need to say it because that's redundant, basically. I'm not here to admit that I don't know anything about technology, but like the thing is, I can still talk about it if I want to. I just don't want to act like a know-it-all because that's like awkward, basically. That's just that's just really bad, And as I speak and watch myself back and me talking, a lot of times I watch these videos while I'm trying to fall asleep at night, and it's awesome. So yeah. As far as the channel, um, this channel, I think I might want to change my government name so people can't like use this against me. Because I say a lot of crazy things on here. I might want to change my name, but at the same time, on my channel, but at the same time, like, feels good to be like open and honest and not give a fuck. Okay, I don't care. Don't tell me that anymore. Okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, man. So I wanted to stylize my channel and like maybe get like upload an avatar, like what's it called, like the page. Forget what it's called. But there's like a lot of work to put into a YouTube channel. Like that's an intellectual task, and I want to be able to do like the intellectual task of like customizing and stylizing a social media account, like a YouTube channel. But yeah, man, like it's really awkward when I watch myself back on here. It's kind of awkward because like my voice sounds weird, and I do a lot of different voices sometimes, but I think it's because like I can't really hear myself when I'm talking, or it's a symptom of autism, where my voice like sounds kind of weird, doesn't sound good. So that's probably one of the reasons why I watch myself speak or listen to myself speak. Autism. I'm pretending like you know I don't know. But yeah, so the FBI and the CIA, they're not prosecuting me, so I could basically say whatever I want as long as like if I'm threatening to shoot up Forks High School, I'm just gonna say this is a creative video project for entertainment purposes only. This is not serious. This is a work of fiction. Because I'm obsessed with school shooters. I love school shooters. The autistic white boy school shooter style is back in 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 style. Like everywhere I go, like I'm seeing dudes and people that look like they either want to shoot up their high school or have someone else shoot up their high school, or you know have someone shoot up their high school while they're in the building because they gotta let me in. I was thinking about this whole fork shooting thing. Like, I'm obviously gonna be strapped, full suit of, body armor, whatever that shit's called. Don't don't criticize me because I don't know what the name of that like military shit's called. James Holmes was wearing. That shit look badass, man. Like, this guy really means business. Like, he's out here for that ass. He's taking all these candy niggas to school, bro. Candy ass niggas. You know, I was thinking about getting like a nicotine vape, like a geek bar, cause like I don't know what it was, man. Like I was with Joseph and I hit his geek bar, and like after that I drove home and like I just had like so many ideas running through my head. I felt like I could finally think. I had like energy and like motivation. Like I had like executive function to like think about all the things I want to do and then actually do them. Like that was really good. That was a lot of fun. So like I'm not gonna like lose muscle. I'm actually gaining muscle. Like consuming a lot of CBD because my muscles are made out of silicone. They are. They are actually made out of silicone. So cardio is really important, and joint health is important. Like low impact cardio, like eating low calories. I probably like don't need that much testosterone or steroids to like build muscle because it's all fake. It's all made out of silicone. And like if I like take those if I take gear, it'll like age my face, which I don't want. But like for some people, they take gear and it doesn't age their face because like they know what they're doing and they don't like blast anti-estrogens. Like when I say blast, I mean like take a high amount of anti-estrogens. Like it works, but like it works to like get hella strong, but I didn't really gain any muscle. Like my face looked a little bit different. My face looked like leaner and a little bit better looking, but I'm not lean enough. Like it doesn't matter how much anti-estrogens I take. I need to lower my calories and diet and get lower in body fat if I want a leaner, like better looking face. Basically, that's one way. That's one way to get better looking face. Just get super lean. I'll probably get a facelift, even though I don't know what that is. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna Google it. I'm Googling it. Google's my best friend, bruh. I'm gonna read from the script. A facelift, also known as a rhytidectomy, is a cosmetic surgery procedure to improve signs of aging in the face and neck. The procedure involves skin and tissue tightening. Facial muscles are tightened and the skin is redraped or trimmed. Fat removal, excess fat removal is removed or sculpted. Repositioning, the skin is pulled back into place and excess skin is removed. Facelifts can address a variety of signs of aging, including sagging skin, wrinkles, loss of facial volume, deep creases between the mouth and nose, jowls, double chin. Facelifts can be customized to address a patient's specific concerns. The incisions for the procedure depend on the techniques used and the patient's preferences. Facelifts can be expensive and there are risks and no guaranteed results. Important to consider your reasons for wanting a facelift and discuss your plans with a doctor before proceeding. So now let's take a look at the Mayo Clinic's website on it. Facelift technique. A facelift is a cosmetic surgical procedure to create a younger look in the face. The procedure can reduce sagging skin, can also help smooth folds of skin on the cheeks and jawline. A facelift is also called a rhytidectomy. During a facelift, a flap of skin on each side of the face is pulled back, tissues below the skin are altered, and excess skin is removed. This gives the face a more youthful shape. A neck lift is often done as part of a facelift. It reduces fat and sagging skin on the neck. A facelift won't correct damage from sun exposure, such as fine lines and wrinkles. Other cosmetic procedures can address the look or quality of the skin itself. Why it's done. The look and shape of the face changes with age. The skin becomes looser and doesn't snap back as easily. Fat deposits decrease in some areas of the face and increase in others. A facelift can address these age-related changes. Sagging appearance of the cheeks, excess skin at the lower jawline. deep skin folds from the sides of the nose to the corner of the mouth, sagging skin and excess fat in the neck if the procedure includes a neck lift. A facelift isn't a treatment for fine wrinkles, sun damage, creases around the nose and upper lip, or uneven skin color risks. A facelift surgery can cause complications. Some can be managed with appropriate care, medication, or another surgery. Long term or permanent complications are rare but can cause changes in appearance. The risks include hematoma, a collection of blood under the skin is the most common complication of a facelift. A hematoma causes swelling and pressure, usually forms within 24 hours of surgery. When a hematoma forms, prompt treatment with surgery helps prevent damage to the skin and other issues. Scarring. Incision scars from a facelift are permanent, however, they're typically hidden by the hairline and natural contours of the face and ear. Rarely, incisions can result in raised scars. Injections of a corticosteroid medication or other treatments might be used to improve the appearance of scars. Nerve injury. Injury to nerves is rare. Any injury can affect nerves that control sensations or muscles. This effect may be temporary or permanent. Temporary loss of feeling or not being able to move a muscle of the face can last a few months to a year. It could result in an uneven facial expression or expression. Surgery may offer some improvement. You might experience temporary permanent hair loss near the incision sites. Permanent hair loss can be addressed with surgeries to transplant skin with hair follicles. Rarely, a facelift can interrupt the blood supply to facial tissue. This can result in skin loss. Skin loss is treated with medications and appropriate wound care. If necessary, a procedure can reduce scarring. Like any other type of major surgery, the facelift poses a risk of bleeding or infection. There's also a risk of having a reaction to the anesthesia. Certain medical conditions or lifestyle habits also can increase the risk of complications. The following factors may present a risk of complications or result in unfavorable results. Your surgeon may advise against a facelift in these cases. Okay, that's about all I'm going to read. During the procedure, I'm not entirely sure what it's talking about, but that doesn't sound like a good idea, because if it says I'm gonna scar, I usually scar, it will usually scar above the hairline, like, and then I lose hair, and then people would be able to see the scar. I don't think that's really a good idea. Ow. Hold up. That's it. Crisscross applesauce. And so, damn. So, that might be a good idea. I don't know if I'm a candidate. I don't know if that would be good or not. I don't know about that scarring thing. Like, I really don't want any scarring, so. Just been feeling kind of down because I got like scars on my face and it's been bothering me. Wish there was a way to reduce the scarring. Might need to call a dermatologist and make some more laser appointments. It's one way to trick a right-wing thinker who's gonna think the lasers have like some sort of ulterior motive. Smells like ass. Yeah. Maybe I just need to put more lotion on and the redness will go away and I'll be a lot happier. So yeah, let me explain what happened today. Okay, so I woke up at 5:30. I got ready to go to the gym. I drank my pre-workout. It says on the container it's 400 milligrams, but I look at the serving size and it's actually 350 milligrams of caffeine. So I don't know if it's 350 or 400 milligrams of caffeine. I think it might be 350 because legally they're more obligated to disclose how much caffeine is in uh, the nutrition label versus an advertisement on the pre-workout container. But that doesn't make any sense. Why, if it's 400, then put 400. If it's 350, put 350. If it's unknowable, is it unknowable? Like it's approximately that much. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't actually know if it's 350 or 400 milligrams, but actually I want to weigh myself to see the numbers, um because it's a electrical scale. What's it called? A body scanner? No. Like the scales where it comes with the app and you guys stand on it with your bare feet and then it like sends like electricity through your body to sense the different measurements. That's how it figures out measurements. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna hop back on that thing so I can track my progress. I wanna hop back on that thing every day. Like I wanna make it part of my routine where I wake up every morning and weigh myself like butt naked. Cause the reason I gotta weigh myself the same every time is because like in science class I learned like you gotta be consistent with variables. Like if you weigh yourself with clothes on one day and then next day you're butt booty naked, the number is going to be different. So to help me to be realistic with my progress, my improvements, um, I need to do it the same way every time, and that's something like I believe in. When I'm injecting, I always do it the same way every time. I take one swab for the bottle, one swab for the injection site, and then I let it dry. I gotta let the alcohol dry to be proper. Sometimes, a lot of times, I skip it because I'm impatient. I think I got like ADD or something, like inattentive type. I actually do have ADD, inattentive type. I was actually diagnosed with it when I went to a psychiatrist when I was like 16, 17, 18. Um, they didn't give me any Adderall, but I tried Vyvanse. I convinced my doctor to give me a Vyvanse prescription, and it was really good. I had so much energy and focus and great memory, and I could like multitask and switch like what I'm doing and still remember the other things I'm doing. Like a great executive function. Like I wrote a 10-page research paper for a community college English class in one day, probably like 3 or 4 hours, completely from scratch. No plagiarism, no AI to help me. Never got a degree, never got any like paying job from doing that, but that's okay because that's what smart people do. They do a lot of work, and if their work is good, they might be able to get money for it. And if they're real with themselves, like, hey, my work's not good, how can I improve this? Because I want to make more money from my work, then that's intelligent. Because, like, if you look at Wings of Redemption or Dark Side Phil on Twitch, because I study locales too, and if you look at, DSP or Wings, they just bitch and complain about dying in Call of Duty when they suck at Call of Duty. Like, they objectively suck. They can't shoot straight. They have bad game sense, bad movement, bad everything, bad aim. So it's funny to me because, in my prime, I was a lot better than them skill wise, even though I never had like the viewers because I don't know how OBS works. I want to set up OBS. I want to learn how OBS works so I can stream, because then I'll be working towards like a source of income if I'm streaming, and then I'm not wasting my time. But if I just play a game for 30 minutes, I just get off and get bored because it's basically a waste of time, and I need to be working on something else. So yeah, um, I'm not really somebody to like walk around daily life telling everybody how bad I am at certain skills. So like I really don't care. Like shit doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really make me feel insecure or anxious or anything. So yeah. Checking for gyno. That's body fat. That's body fat. That's not gyno. Now I wonder about this microphone because like, does the sound record the top or all these lines at? I think the lines might be where it records sound, so I don't really know how to like capture the best audio. So yeah, just don't like the way my face looks. It really bothers me. Like, it just looks frumpy. Just looks basic. Like, I look terrible. Face looks terrible. I think what the deal is that if I work my ass off to get a source of income, then I'll like magically like start looking better in various ways. So that's really motivating to me because I love looking good. If one thing bothers me the most in this life, it's just hating the way I look as I record myself talk. It's kind of heartbreaking, really. This color's really bad. The face is like really red. So yeah. It looked like I survived an acid attack. That's how bad it is. That's how bad my face looks. Like, holy shit. Wish I could buy a more attractive face. And then I realized maybe the cosmetic procedures can help me. It was really just a cry for help. And I think I got a lot of help in the mental hospital when I was at the frat house, the house in San Diego, feeling like a frat house type of thing. Yeah, it felt like a lot of different things. Don't really miss it. Glad I'm home. But I learned a lot. I think it was a good experience. I think I was upset like the first few days I was there, but I think it was a good thing for me. I don't want to go back, but really don't regret it at all. Yeah. Yo. I think I'm gonna do some posing. I'm really bummed I can't play Call of Duty because I want to keep working on my gaming setup. Um, I want to keep improving it. I need a headset. Oh, found one. If only I could get audio for this thing. Let's see, how does this work? Oh, I just plug it in. Whoop. Hello? Okay, well that's easy enough. Don't know why I never noticed that before. I'm a little slow. You see, they can medically induce autism and make me like brain rot basically and forget how to like function like a normal person. So yeah, that's how I didn't notice it. That wasn't a stunt or a prank that I planned. I literally had a headset sitting on the ground in my room for 3 months, and I never realized I could. It literally just plugs in directly to my PC. I don't even gotta like press any buttons to like connect it wirelessly. It's actually easier. It's actually easier that way. That's like the most simple thing there is, and I never noticed it until now. Like this is a live reaction. Is the autism, like they can like control my mind by like overstimulating an autistic nervous system whenever they don't want me to do something to control me. And it's really unfair because this computer that's like controlling me 24 hours a day. I don't know like who they are, what they want. I don't really know what's going on, but there's rules I gotta follow, and I gotta like act nice, be a certain way, that kind of thing. So yeah, but they tell me I'll get everything I want as long as I just keep telling them everything I want. Like end goal. Right now, a day from now, 10 years from now, like anything and everything. I just tell them, like I want this, I want that, blah 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 blah. And usually like 97% of the time I get what I want. So, you know, it's heartbreaking when I don't get what I want, but that's part of life. I just gotta move on and, get to work, realize there's more work to be done. There's always gonna be more work to be done no matter how good that I get. So it's important that I'm always on my grind, like we see pro athletes talk to the media, talk to the press. You'll see LeBron, he's always like, I think our team did good. Um, so and so was really good. So and so did this. So and so did that. That's really good for the team. That's really good for the win. And I always just try my best and always try to improve. And then what he doesn't say is, I'm the greatest player on the planet. Blah blah blah. He's not anymore, but back in his prime, he was best basketball player on the planet, and he never says like, "Oh, I'm better than everyone. I got more. I got more dunks than the entire other team combined." He'd probably just say something like, "The other team played really hard. They tried really hard, but I think we were just better in the end, and that's why we came away with the win." So yeah, and if I have that mindset in bodybuilding, like I know I'm not a big bodybuilding star. I can always dream and aspire. I'm not that big. I don't have that much muscle. Like
I always wanted, as much muscle as IFBB Pro, and that's really hard to come by. You know, dudes would kill themselves to get that much muscle. Some guys just never do it, but it's a process. Every day I gotta hit my macros, hit my workouts. Train as hard as possible, as quality as possible, eat as quality as possible. Cycle as quality as possible. Do cardio every single day. I'm still doing an hour cardio today, except today when I drove to the gym, it was closed at 5:30. I got there about like 6:20 maybe, and it was closed because the power was out. So I tried calling them. I went home. I tried calling them at like 10 or 11. Like, is the power back on? Can I work out? And I drove there again because the phone was disconnected. The phone number on the website is not actually in service. So they didn't actually get any phone calls. So I just had to drive there to find out. And yeah, they were still closed. So, I told myself today they're not going to open. I'll just be there tomorrow. And what I did was when I drove home the first time when I tried to go there at 6 a.m., I went home, I went to the church, and I did 10 sets of pull-ups to failure. I would get like 3 to 4 reps or half reps each set, 2 minutes rest between sets, 10 sets for pull-ups, different grips, underhand, overhand, wide, narrow, on just like the playground equipment, because I did that before when I was 15. When I was in 10th grade, I'd go to the park and like do pull-ups and push-ups and dips on the playground equipment, shoot some hoops, because Call of Duty wasn't working. I was lagging, like I couldn't get a Wi-Fi connection from my PS3 to upstairs, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't work. So I basically just couldn't play. Basically just quit. So yeah, damn, my nose looks hideous. I wish I had a like smaller nose almost. I wish I had a smaller nose. A lot of people that get nose jobs get smaller noses. I've seen a lot of horror stories about like people that get a million nose jobs and just get smaller and smaller noses until like it just falls off eventually. There's like one horror story, like that botched show or whatever. Don't want to end up on there. So yeah. My jaw is like constantly bothering me. Like, what the fuck? See, this is me. I push my jaw forward. And I can't smile straight. Yeah, I look terrible. Like, I just hate the way my face looks. I always try to like wear nice clothes, work out, get a good body, but I wish there was like something I could do to get a better face. It's like pathologically bad. Like, it's so bad I should like be getting like treatments from the doctor, which I am. So yeah, I'm gonna hit some poses real quick.
posing suit, posing trunk. I don't know how to the lower body on this pose. I don't know how to hit that pose. But yeah, man. I'm getting a lot bigger, I'm getting a lot leaner, I'm getting stronger. So I think everything's going well. I want to compete next year. Yeah, I don't really care how bad I do, I just want to do it. I mean, it's not going to be like embarrassing, but you know, I can always try my best. I think it'd be a really great culture to get involved in. Really, really great culture. So yeah, man. That's the end of the posing. I know those poses aren't quite right. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna learn how to pose like a pro, how to lift like a pro, how to diet like a pro, how to do cardio like a pro, how to take steroids like a pro. But to be completely honest, the other variables are more important than steroids. It's true. It takes more skill. It takes more skill. And you know, as someone who's played a ton of video games, well,
I haven't really played that much video games, but as a former gamer, I don't really identify as a gamer, but like that was like really influential and a big part of my life when I was a teenager. So yeah, as a competitive Call of Duty player back in the day, um, you know, the person with the most skill, best movement, best gun skill was like number one priority, and then like you know it's not about always about connection. Like some dudes would love to bitch about connection, but those same guys all play each other at LAN, and the same people win at LAN every time. So it obviously can't be only connection. They really are just better. You know, like if the top, S&D players and pros on the game were had radically different results when they play wagers and tournaments versus in Childs versus lands. What was I saying? Then that would make sense, but that's not really what you see in reality. So it's not about connection only. Like this isn't Call of Duty. This metaphor is like dumb, and I wish I could like stop thinking like so stereotyped, so black and white, you know. Looking like duck feathers. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap this up here.